Gen Zs have come up with a new thing altogether. They've called me a watermelon now.
Wow.
And you know why watermelon? Because green flag on the outside, red on the inside. A lot of things we couldn't say in the villa, we came out and then we started saying it out loud. Half the contestants are on the internet. There's a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of stuff. And I was seeing Sorab was put an FIR, this one, this has happened, that has happened, this is that is said. I was like, God, what is actually happening?
So have you seen Asmita's stories yet?
She decided to unfollow me a long time back, and I'm not really someone who runs behind anyone. I did it in the show because I had to show what it was to be a nice boyfriend. The show clearly has made me feel like less of a man. When she started putting up stuff that was actually against me, and this also my fans sent it to me, and that was the day where I realized that this is one, not my place. Second, the people who I met on the show are actually not the people that are there in real life. तुमने decide किया कि अभी show हो गया, तुम जाके Instagram पे सबकी बुराई कर रहे हो.
She also said that सपने भी अपने औकात के हिसाब से देखो.
I have no feelings for her anymore. I'm being very honest.
But you did have.
During the show, yes. And once I came out of the show as well, I wanted to pursue it at least. More than feelings, I wanted to understand what I was feeling. Me and Akanksha became friends during the show once the villa ka swap ho gaya. Okay? Initially, it was because she used to miss Yogesh and all these people. Yogesh specifically. So she used to cry. In the very basic way of telling you, I'm a buck. Okay, मेरे को मजा आता है ये चीज करने में. I will go talk to you. I will crack 4-5 jokes. I'll make you smile and I'll leave from there. That is my whole agenda. Everyone else thinks that I'm trying to get something out of it. My goal is just to make you smile. But because a girl is beautiful, उसका ये मतलब नहीं कि मैं जाके you know what I mean. So when I met her at the success party, I went and made the same joke to her because she was hanging out with all these
What
people.
joke was it?
I told her, I'm like, मेरी connection तो निकल गई अभी.
हाँ.
वो तो मेरे को पसंद नहीं करते. तू बनेगी क्या मेरी connection? The moment I saw Sorab also in the villa, I asked him, I'm like, क्या हो गया? I thought you were dating. How are you on Splitsvilla? And then he said, I broke up, bro. ये सब चीजें हो गया. अभी it's gone to a point of FIR and litigation and this and that. So.
Hi guys, this is Neola D'Souza and you are tuned into Bollywood Bubble. Today joining me is the green flag guy of Splitsvilla 16, Ron. Hi Ron, what's up?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I am doing great. First of all, tell me, how is this green flag guy treating you right now?
The green flag guy, or the green flag title I should call it, is a little up and down, if I'm being honest. It's very hard to keep that sort of a responsibility, right? But I'm grateful enough that the people have given me this green flag wala title. Some of them give me a red flag as well. So nowadays I go across as a watermelon, by the way.
Oh,
this
interesting.
Is a new thing.
Juicy.
Gen Zs have come up with a new thing altogether. They've called me a watermelon now.
Wow.
And you know why watermelon? Because green flag on the outside, red on the inside. But sab unka perspective hai. I am, to be honest, very grateful about whatever is happening. As long as you have a thought process or a perspective about me, I'm very happy because that feels that you've connected with me on the show.
But I'll tell you what, you first earlier, okay, let me Chakshdeep ke baare mein bolne do. Let me talk about him. First, he also came off like that, कि वो green flag hai, and then it ended up for him like कि वो red flag hai. Do you think कि somewhere वो अभी आपके साथ भी हो रहा है? Or there is a graph like that, green flag, red flag, green flag, red flag?
The thing is, if you put me in comparison to Chaksh, which generally, I don't think you should put any contestants in comparison, because सबका अलग story होता है ना.
Right.
The thing is, Chaksh had his own story with his girl and however it was, and I'm not part of it, first of all. I don't want to know anything because there's so many things happening in the villa, na Baba, you don't want to get into any of that. For me, my only goal was one, I'm doing a dating reality show. Primarily, I'm going to come in there single, which is one of those things a lot of contestants don't know nowadays, surprisingly, because everyone wants to do shit for their career. But I went in single. I went in open for a relationship. I went in open for an opportunity to explore myself and have a connection as well. Things didn't work out. There's nothing else we can do about it. But apart from that, during the entire game, absolute beautiful experience. It's one of those games where you cannot go ahead without a connection, right? So you have to understand another person. You have to put your mind in and your feet in someone else's shoes in order to go ahead. So it was a very creative experience that way, but it comes with its own hardships and battles. And I'm very grateful.
But Ron, let me ask you one thing, okay? You, obviously everybody needs love in their life, right? But is dating reality show a place to find love?
Okay, this is going to sound a little controversial, but if I tell you honestly, considering our season this time, it still is. There's always hope to find love in a dating reality show. But I think considering today's day and age and how social media has taken over, right? People come up with a certain plan because they already have a blueprint of what can make them successful post the show. There have been people who have done it from the previous show as well. There have been people who have done it from the previous seasons as well. So now we already have a blueprint ki bahar aane ke baad, these are the things you have to do. You'll have to have a connection, you'll have to put content with them, because these are the tips that I have gotten, believe it or not. Show se bahar nikalne ke baad, there have been people who come and told me this, ki aisa karna hai, you have to do this, you have to get this done, these are the certain things you have to do. Connection ke saath hi reels banana hai, that will help you grow and all those things. But if I am being very honest with you, for me, going to a reality show in a dating space was mostly an experimental stage, because one, I have lived in Bombay already 2 years.
Yeah.
I know what the hardships are. I have done the whole, you understand what I mean?
I get it.
The whole struggle, the whole pulling in, trying to figure out where to get work from, trying to figure out how to go ahead. I'm sure everybody in this room knows this.
Yes.
Everybody in this room knows. But unfortunate scenario was the fact that there were kids who were on the show who did not realize this as well. So, there is a difference of opinion. There's a difference of perspective. When you come from a household where people take care of you and you're just put into a world like this, then of course your personality is going to be very different. But if you come from a space of you've left your house already, you've started from nothing, you know what the ground up is. तुझे पता है कि कितने लोगों के साथ क्या बात करना चाहिए. You know how to get stuff done. You know how.
But what kids are we talking about here?
Kids, when I say kids, right, it's not out of disrespect, but I say kids because this time Splitsvilla lineup as well. We are all quite young, if you have noticed. We are all quite. I myself am 24. I'm going to turn 25 June. Okay. And I was one of the older contestants, believe it or not, compared to the other girls and boys who were there.
I agree to this. I'll tell you, किसी एक लड़की ने मुझे बोला था कि Ron and Sorab are the elder one, like they are the matured one.
This was one more thing. They keep...
So I know that Sorab is 30, but you are 24. I was like कि मुझे नहीं लगा था.
वो थोड़ा सा South Indian वाली चीज है. I don't know why I was getting compared to Sorab a lot, because वो पैसा विला, प्यार विला में जो Sorab पैसा विला में, for some reason they kept comparing me to him, because I feel like
the maturity level. I feel that.
No, believe it or not, no. Sorab ka bachpana, Sorab ke harkate, you will look at him, you will realize there is not a lot of maturity. He's very innocent. I think that's what makes him a very vital person in the show as well, because having that kind of innocence at the age of 30 is very difficult. मेरा अलग था, बस यही चीज था कि हम दोनों जब साथ में खड़े होते थे ना, we're both among the same height, we look, body stance, the way we walk, all of those things. Apart from that, he's a full Haryanvi guy. I'm a very different guy.
But I feel, उनके बाद उनका एक जो thought process होता है ना, अभी आपसे बात कर रही हूँ तो अभी आपकी thought process समझूंगी, उनसे कर रही थी तो उनकी समझ रही थी, so तभी मुझे लगा कि he is a little bit wiser compared to the other contestants. I was speaking to him, he told me कि मैं सुजैन के साथ कैसे connection बनाऊंगा, क्योंकि she is someone who's 19 or 20. I cannot make a connection like that.
And the best part about it is Sorab has also been here for a while now.
Yeah.
That is one of the reasons why I even got to bond with him in the first place, because he's seen the whole gig. He's seen how everything works. He's been here trying to make his career. He's tried different other opportunities. He's tried different other things. And then he's finally come here and decided that this is what I want to do with my career and this is how I want to go ahead with it.
Right.
So, in that aspect, I do understand him. But otherwise, me and Sorab are not very similar, to be honest.
Okay.
Because, I mean, he has his own thing. But there's a different, we're all very different.
The vibe is totally different. Yeah,
I think, I'm sure you.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. But tell me one thing, like when we're talking about being different people, why are all those comparisons happening between you and Jaswanth from the last season? Obviously, you both are Kodagu guys, and definitely it comes from there.
I think primarily
there are some similarities also with the hair and everything. I feel I have a friend from Kodagu, so I get it. Even he has this, this sort of a hair. Yeah, lean body, good looking. I get that.
I mean, one is that the appearance, that's why there's primarily comparison. Second, we come from the same place.
Yeah.
So when the name tag comes on the TV, it's Kurg, Ron, and then there's Kurg, Jaswanth, right?
Yeah.
But I understand where an audience can come and take like this into perspective, because he is the winner of the previous season. So there's a lot of hopes and hype up when it comes to like, oh, Kurgi boys come back again. Let's hope he's also going to do well this time. Let's hope he's also going to do this time. But I know Jaswanth as a friend, as someone who I've spent time with. We are very, very different people. There is no ounce of comparison where you can put us at a point and feel like, okay, Ron and Jaswanth are the same in this way.
Yeah.
The only thing is that we've been brought up under similar environments and scenarios. I think we can all relate to that.
I
मम्मी पापा
agree.
जो सिखाते हैं वो चीज तो हमेशा सेम रहेगी ना.
I feel आप लोग बहुत ऐसे gentleman type, so like बहुत तमीज है, लहजा है, like all these words I can use for, you know.
We've been brought up in households like that, Baba. My mom was very, very disciplinary when it came to things like saying sorry, saying thank you, making sure people around you are comfortable. It was never about getting the right marks. It was never about being the topper of the class. It was more about being a better person.
Yeah.
And that was the primary concern as a child growing up. So I mean, once you go to the show, it doesn't really help you out, if I'm being honest, like, you know, being so considerate and taking everyone into consideration. But I'm grateful enough that beyond the show, if it comes to a professional standpoint or a work environment, I am always going to make sure everyone else around me is happy. And that is because this is a gift given to me by my mother. She taught me how to be this way. So now, even on the show, if you have noticed, there are people who have said things like, "Oh, Ron's nice to everyone," or "Ron is too accommodating to everyone." But
yes,
these are the same people who don't realize that you have to be nice and accommodating in order to get to a certain point or even establish yourself. I am a nobody. That a lot of people don't realize, and everybody else is as well. We have just taken one step towards what we want to call as success. The difference is, some people have taken that one step and thought that this is the journey. And then there's some people like me who think this is one step, we've got 10 more steps to cover. All right. So I'm keeping more quiet about it. I'm keeping more reserved about it. I try not to get so much attention from it. I'm happy I've done the show. I'm grateful to have done the show. But you guys keep an opinion of what is happening. But I'm not going to try to create a narrative out of this. Like, oh, isne ye kiya, fir usne wo kiya. Because it's not my job. It never was my job. I didn't sign up for that in the first place, right?
Which is why, you know, I mean, I have been seeing a lot of Instagram stories and other stuff like that, which has been happening around you. And you have, I think, not yet, you know, maybe come on a live full-fledgedly or gone on a Instagram rant session. I'm pretty sure I haven't done that because I follow you, so I know that. I haven't seen it abhi tak.
Struggle with that a little bit. I'll tell you why. It's the whole scenario. No, Baba, listen. I'll tell you. We finished shooting by December end. Okay. What you see contestants doing right now is picking up stories from 3 months prior. I'm sorry. My life is very good. I have a lot of things happening right now. I put my mind into other projects. For me, it's a project-based kind of a schedule, right? You do one project, you put your heart and soul into it. Once you're done with it, you continue. Let that do whatever it's doing. Now, what is our job? As a person who's done a reality show as well, what is my job? Let it play on the TV. Let the audience have their opinion about what it is. Okay, I am not afraid of the audience shaming me. That is the thing that most people don't realize. I am not afraid of you calling me an asshole because I know by the end of the show, I have shown you exactly what kind of a person I am.
Okay.
But then there are other people who are so worried about the narrative and the construction of how exactly your personality is that they have to come on live. They have to come on Instagram. They have to talk to their audience. They have to engage and keep them in that bubble of कि मैं अच्छा बंदा हूँ, मैं अच्छा बंदा हूँ, मैंने ये किया है, मैंने ये सोच के किया है. कुछ नहीं बोलूँगा.
Okay.
I did what I had to. I said n number of times what my experience was. And I told them, I've told everyone honestly what it is and how it has been for me. Now, if you sit and think about this idea of, okay, what has happened, or what we could have done with this, or what could have been better, or what this and that, of course, we always have these thoughts about it. But I'm done. I've chosen to, put my effort and time and space into this. Blood, sweat and tears, as much as I might say, because the task used to bring out blood out of us, believe it or not.
I know.
So blood, sweat, tears, everything's gone into this. 40 days of a schedule, I have put my heart and soul into this, but I am not going to put my heart and soul into promoting fights. I will promote my show. I will promote the fact that I've been on the show. I will promote the fact that the other kids on the show have also done a good job. But I will not promote the fact that इसने मेरे बारे में ऐसे किया है, उसने मेरे बारे में ये किया है, वो किया है, तो मुझे बुरा लगा. नहीं, not my thing.
So Ron, now the question which I was waiting for a long time to ask you is, you and Asmita, we have all seen your connection on the show. What was it like, how was it for you from the beginning? एक लड़की मिली है, आपका connection बन रहा है. How was that feeling initially? And as time progresses, हमने देखा है show में क्या क्या हुआ है. And show के बाद भी बहुत कुछ हो रहा है. But I want you to give me a rundown. How did you feel in the start and what was happening?
So in the start, it was mostly introductions, right? You get to meet someone new. And like I said, it's a dating reality show. So unless you immerse yourself in that experience, usko you have to take it in, you have to understand it, and you have to understand that you have to make a connection out of here. And then maybe, it's not the idea of maybe fall in love, but it's mostly of the fact that हम दोनों साथ में वैसे भी खेलेंगे. And it's a game structure, ना. तो अभी आगे बढ़ने के लिए हमें साथ में खेलना ही पड़ेगा. We have to figure that out. So because of that sort of a limitation on us, we would actually put an effort towards making a relationship better. So if you're asking me how was it in the villa, there were a lot of ups and downs, of course. वो तो होता रहता है. I believe that every relationship has its own set of ups and downs. I don't think two people are perfect for each other, okay? So when two people actually decide to carry on with life together, there's always going to be conflict, there's always going to be friction. That's part and parcel of everything that happened. लेकिन मेरे को एक चीज़ समझ में नहीं आया कि यहाँ पर ना लोग गेम के वास्ते आए थे, तो उनके लिए ऐसा लगता था कि अगर एक कनेक्शन नहीं चल रहा है तो फटाफट नेक्स्ट कनेक्शन में बदलना है. I was not that kind of person. For me, it was, if I put my eyes and faith in one person, I cannot put my eyes and faith in another woman, because we are sharing the same space now. We are sharing the same villa. आज मैं एक लड़की के साथ बैठ के अगर रोमांस करूंगा और दूसरी लड़की के साथ जाके एक और रोमांस करूँ और बोलूँ कि मेरा नई कनेक्शन है, फिर 3 दिन के बाद एक और के साथ करूँ, then what kind of a person am I? You know? So I full organically, I fell completely into it. I gave my everything to it. I tried to make a relationship work, and I ईमानदारी से put in the effort. We went through our own set of ups and downs where she had her doubts, I had my doubts, she had her trust issues, I had my trust issues. But the show went well. Everything went beautifully, that aspect. But once we came out of the villa, that is where I started to realize that there was certain sort of,
I want to say something. That's when the real Splitsvilla started.
Yeah, unfortunately for these contestants, the Splitsvilla started once they came out, because they got comfort, the moment they came out. Even I did get that comfort. So what lot of things we couldn't say in the villa, we came out and then we started saying it out loud. And that is why today, if you notice, half the contestants are on the internet. There's a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of stuff. Yesterday, literally, I was trying to figure out, okay, I might have an interview tomorrow. Let me keep up to date with what is happening. And I was seeing Sorab was put an FIR on this one, this has happened, that has happened, this is said, that is said. I was like, God, what is actually happening? Like, we were supposed to be in a reality show. We were supposed to do a dating reality show. But unfortunately, we have come to a stage where now people are actually going at each other's throats for it.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And do you think someone is coming for your throat as well?
Yeah.
I am telling you, like, okay, so just yesterday only, right? तो मैं सारे stories देख रही थी. I've seen everything. There are some statements which I have picked up from there as well, which I am going to ask you. But let me ask you, have you seen Asmita's stories yet?
The only thing that I know what's happening with Asmita, or anything for that matter in terms of, what she's putting out on the internet, is because of fans. So I got lucky in that aspect. I have fans who keep me in touch. They've made a little group, okay? And in that group, har baar they'll send me pictures, they'll send me posts, they'll say Asmita ne ye dala hai, wo dala hai. Because she decided to unfollow me a long time back, and I'm not really someone who runs behind anyone else. Like, I did it in the show because that is where I had to show that I'm a good, I had to show what it was to be a nice boyfriend. The idea was, people don't understand this,
to be a nice boyfriend?
People don't understand this, okay? I have gone on a dating show to show you how nice it is to be as a person. Like, I'm showing you how capable a man can be in order to put himself up front and try to make a relationship work. That doesn't mean I'm like that in every relationship. That doesn't mean that every single time I'm outside walking around, I'm going to be this kind of guy who considers everyone else around me. I'm a human being, guys. I also have my boundaries. I also have my things. Probably you'll meet me one day and think I'm an asshole. But that's okay. That doesn't mean that this is my personality. That doesn't mean that is my personality. As human beings, we're complete, right? I wanted to come on the show and show you what it was like to be a man. What it was like to understand that, okay, I know I have a basic understanding of how women work. I'm going to show and share knowledge कि इतना मैं कर सकता हूँ, because that is the whole reason I came onto a dating reality show, यार. अगर मेरे को कुछ और reality show करना तो मैं कर लेता, Roadies या कुछ और. I would always pick something else, right? There are so many reality shows in today's day and age. I chose this to show you that, listen, having emotional empathy is not a weakness. Understanding how other people feel is not a weakness. It doesn't make you less of a man. Regardless of how people make you feel, because the show clearly has made me feel like less of a man. The show had the premise, had people around me constantly trying to put you down. But the one thing that I kept clear and cool about myself is, these are my morals and ethics. These are the things that I will not cross. And if I am going to provide anything to the audience today on the show, the only thing I can possibly provide is I can show you how to take care of someone who is your partner. That's it.
But after what has been happening on Asmita's Instagram stories, obviously you know, right? Whatever has been happening. Do you feel hurt about it? Or are you upset or disappointed?
Not really. I'll tell you why. It's because one was that when I had a connection with her on the show, right? There were a lot of things that didn't come in between this. Where, for example, an audience. For example, having Instagram, your followers, your social media and all of these things. It was two people meeting each other. So what made the show so beautiful and organic is we met each other as people. We didn't see each other as how many Instagram followers you have, which is very common in today's day and age, by the way. Okay?
Yes.
When we came out and we started getting this sort of fame and everything, I initially was quite upset with what was happening, but after a while you sort of let go because I realized. So I got in touch with different people. I saw what was happening and I realized that there are certain people who are on the show to episodically pull out the fights that have happened, explain their whole scenario, tell the people that this is what I want to say, this is what I want to say. Then there's another set of people who have just let the show be as it is. Whenever they're in trouble, they'll come online and do this. So I am part of that people where unless I'm in trouble, I'm not going to come online and explain myself, because why will I explain myself? You watch the show. What's the point of doing the show if I'm going to come out and explain every single move of mine?
True.
Right? What is the point of even building up any story or doing anything for 40 days if I'm going to come every 2 days and tell you on live that मैंने ये किया क्योंकि मैंने ऐसे सोचा है? Makes no sense, na?
I know.
But there is another side where there are people who like to cause the issues, like to pick up those dramas, like to pick up those fights. And she was one of those people. Initially, I was okay with it because I thought episodical drama chal raha hai, you're going to pick up those points. Ron didn't take a stand for me. Ron didn't do this. Okay, fine. You're voicing out your opinions. I will also maybe try to voice out my opinions if I'm interested. That is the thing. What really sort of like, put me in a very iffy stage was when she started putting up stuff that was actually against me. And this also my fans sent it to me. And that was the day where I realized that this is, one, not my place. Second, the people who I met on the show are actually not the people that are there in real life. So, as a non-confrontational person, because I don't believe that I should confront every conversation I have, because I don't have the time and energy in the day to take everyone into consideration. But as a non-confrontational person, as someone who has other motives and goals in this city and in my life and in my career, I chose to take a step back from this whole thing. I chose not to react from it. I chose not to even take it into consideration. So today when I tell you my fans have sent me a message, or my fans have, that's the only way I'm keeping in touch with what Asmita has said or what Asmita has done. Otherwise, I really don't care. Like,
I mean, there are quite a lot of allegations on you. I'll go for it. Okay?
Yeah. A complete honesty.
So first of all, we all watched whatever you said on Kashish ka show, right? And that was it was a juicy gossip for us as an audience.
You had fun?
Yeah, I had fun. I mean, that is what I'm telling you. It was juicy gossip. Obviously, we wanted that. And you guys had a long conversation on like what was happening at the success party of Splitsvilla. And then Asmita came on her Instagram story and she claimed that, he was coming to me, wo mujhe baby bol raha tha, my girl bol raha tha. And then she literally told you like, shut the fuck up.
No, that didn't happen. Okay, so I'll tell you what exactly happened.
She told this to you on the story. Like,
oh damn! No, I didn't hear the story.
She said that, like, just shut up. She was very frustrated. That's how she portrayed it.
I could see that. I could see the frustration. Huh?
So,
okay, I'll tell you what exactly happened. So, I went on BYOG. This was post the whole success party and everything. Okay?
Yeah.
So, I saw people for the way they were. We went to Urfi's party and we saw exactly what was happening to every single contestant, okay? The people who maintain good terms and relationships with everyone were having fun at the party. How do you expect a party to be? Tell me, you come to a party for what reason?
To enjoy.
To enjoy, right? To network, to talk to people. As sick as it sounds, to network.
Yeah. People do that.
चलो, ठीक है, हमने assume कर लिया कि तुम्हें काम निकलवाना है इधर, तुम आगे हो सक्सेस पार्टी स्प्लिट्सविला के, तुम्हें 4-5 कंटेस्टेंट से बात करना है. मैं ये चीज़ बोल रहा हूँ कि तुमने डिसाइड किया कि अभी शो हो गया, शो प्रीमियर हो गया, तुम जाके इंस्टाग्राम पे सबकी बुराई कर रहे हो, बाय द वे. और ये बिलीव इट और नॉट, एक फैन ने मेरे को भेजा भी है स्क्रीनशॉट्स. पर इट इज येस्टरडे, बिलीव इट और नॉट. आई स्पेंड हाफ एन आवर ट्राइंग टू गेट इनटू दिस होल थिंग. लाइक मेरे को स्प्लिट्सविला के अंदर घुसने का, अभी देखना है कि किसने क्या बोला. I had people send me things saying that this is what this has said, this is what that has said.
I'll tell you, she also said that sapne bhi apne औकात के हिसाब से देखो. Like when you told ना, like she explained the whole situation कि वो आया मेरे पास, उसने मुझे my girl, baby वगैरह बोला, and the response to it was कि like मैं उनको यही बोलना चाहती हूँ कि I'm saying it in my words, could be different. सपने अपने औकात के हिसाब से देखो. This was her line.
So the thing is, one is I have no feelings for her anymore. I'm being very honest.
But you did have.
Yeah.
Blooming
during the show,
yeah.
yes. And once I came out of the show as well, I wanted to pursue it at least. More than feelings, I wanted to understand what I was feeling. You know, इसका एक clear definition भी समझते हैं ना. अभी 40 दिन साथ में काम किया है, साथ में इतना experiences figure out किया है. Let's see where this takes us is what I was at.
Yeah.
But slowly that changed into this spot where when I came to the success party, I didn't consider her as anything else apart from another contestant. Okay. She also had these things to say about apparently I was flirting and doing this and
yeah, you were flirting with Akanksha and you love female attention.
You have sat with me and spoken to me, right? You've spoken to me for what, 15-20 minutes right now?
Yeah.
Does this feel like flirting to you?
No, it doesn't.
Right? But I still have an active conversation with you,
yeah.
right? I put an effort to have a conversation with you, right? This people don't understand. If I'm sitting like this in a party and trying to still talk to you, 5 other people will sit on the corner and call me and say that I'm flirting with you.
Oh.
Throughout the party, ask anyone, any of these women, if you want to, part of the Splitsvilla gang. I have not made anyone uncomfortable. I have not stuck there in order to get a thing out of me or any of that. Leave all of that. I have not even come there with an idea of I'm going to take someone home or do any of those things. I came there because, one, it's a success party of the show that I've been part of. 2, मैं खुद nervous हूँ. तुम लोगों को ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि शो के दौरान जो भी चीज़ें हुआ है ना, उसके वजह से मेरे को बहुत ज़्यादा चीज़ें हुई है where I had to figure out things about myself. I have to learn, I have to grow, I have to figure out. I came out of the show, I felt like, okay, these were things lacking in me. So now we'll try to improve them. We'll try to... It's a mindset kind of thing, okay? In between all of this, why will I go flirt with anyone else? And why will I go flirt with any of these people from the Splitsvilla gang? You tell me something. Why will I get back into the same mess that I tried to come out of?
True.
Right? I went there to have fun. I went there to speak nice to everyone. And even today, I will say the same thing. I will say this tomorrow as well. If a woman comes in front of me, I will make sure she is comforted. If you consider me to be a flirt because I choose to prefer a woman's comfort over my own comfort, if we are having a conversation, then I am a flirt. But this is how I've been brought up. This is what my mother and father have taught me. They have said one thing, that if there is someone in front of you, whether it be a man or a woman, if you're having a conversation with them, make sure you actively listen to them. Because we are in a day and age today where someone will talk to you like this and look to someone else and then try to figure out next kya conversation kare. I'm not like that. I stayed. And when it comes to Akanksha, I don't have any feelings for her. I think she's a very beautiful girl. I think she's a full model material and all that. But because a girl is beautiful, uska ye matlab nahi ki main jaake you know what I mean, right?
Yeah. I also saw that you put up this story with you and Akanksha. Ye bahut pehle ka post.
First,
I know, bahut pehle ka tha. Where you put it up that, but he's in this villa, she's in this villa. They should have been together. Now, after this line coming up that Ron was flirting with Akanksha, that is surfacing again.
Coming back again. So I'll tell you, me and Akanksha became friends during the show once the villa ka swap ho gaya, okay? So initially it was because she used to miss Yogesh and all these people, Yogesh specifically. So she used to cry, and I used to just, as much as I in the very basic way of telling you, I'm a buck. Okay, मेरे को मजा आता है ये चीज करने में. I will go talk to you, I will crack 4-5 jokes, I'll make you smile, and I'll leave from there. That is my whole agenda. Everyone else thinks that I'm trying to get something out of it. My goal is just to make you smile. Okay. And this girl used to feel bad. She used to cry. I used to do that with everyone else, even Sadaf for that matter, or any other girl that was crying. So that is how me and Asmita, I'm saying, wow. Me and Akanksha bonded.
Guys, we got it.
Me and Akanksha bonded. Both are A's, no? Me and Akanksha bonded. There was never an idea of like, you know, इसमें शायद कुछ हो सकता है या कुछ नहीं. ऐसे कभी सोचा भी नहीं था. We are very, very platonic in that basis, but otherwise, if she looks nice, she looks nice. तारीफ करूँगा. We bonded because of the hardships that was going through the whole thing, and then we became like, you know, nice friends. We used to talk to each other, have fun with each other. So when I met her at the success party, I went and made the same joke to her because she was hanging out with all these people.
What joke was it?
I told her, I'm like, मेरी connection तो निकल गई अभी. हाँ. वो तो मेरे को पसंद नहीं करते. तू बनेगी क्या मेरी connection?
अच्छा ऐसे.
बस एक डायलॉग बोला, ठीक है. ये बोल के मैं वैसे भी निकल गया वहाँ से. It's not even like I stayed there waiting for her response कि हाँ बोलेगी तो मैं कुछ कर नहीं. बस हंसी मजाक. हर चीज हंसी मजाक है बस. I don't want to have a connection with anyone on the show. I don't plan on having a connection with anyone on the show. मेरा show से genuinely हो गया है because I saw what it was. I love and respect everyone there. I have no hard feelings for anyone, including Asmita. I have no hard feelings for anyone. तुम लोग अपने हिसाब से जो कर रहे हो तुम लोग कर रहे हो, and in your mind you think it helps you grow your career, do it, fine. One, don't put my name down. I'm very specific about that. That's the only thing. I don't like the fact that देखो शो में वैसे भी आई नो फॉर अ फैक्ट दैट आई डिडंट हाईलाइट और आई डिडंट शाइन आउट इन अनदर एस्पेक्ट बिकॉज मैं इतना लड़ाई झगड़ा करता नहीं हूँ. आई एम अ वेरी काम एंड कंपोज्ड गाय. फॉर मी इट्स मोर ऑफ डिबेट्स एंड less of arguments and more of conversations. But at the same time, since I've been nice to you all can also be nice back. Okay, that's like a very simple basic courtesy kind of thing. But what I notice is these guys aren't there to be nice. They are there to pull out content, most of these people, and that's what happened in the success party, by the way. Because what I noticed, the most disappointing part was, you're from Bombay?
Yes, I am.
You're from Bombay?
Yes.
Tell me how many parties you've been to in Bombay?
A lot of them.
Parties?
Yeah, a lot
how
of them.
How many parties do you come out of where you see another girl goes on live and starts talking about कि party में ये हो गया वो हो गया?
No, I mean in our circle we don't do that.
Do you realize how disgusting that is? It is Urfi's success party. She has managed to book a place for all the contestants to come together and meet and talk, okay? And you think you kept yourself so superior that you went back home and went on live and had stories to say about this to other people. Because why? You thought audience would be more concerned. So you came to the party to make sure you got content out of it. You stayed in the party to make sure you got content out of it. You talked to people because you make sure you wanted to get content out of it. So what are you doing right now in your life that is actually genuine? My question is that. Now I will talk to you. I will take away shit from this. I am not going to go on the internet and post about it, right? I'm going to analyze. And if you're really close friends, I will give you a call about it. I went to the party. Everybody was happy. Everything was good.
A cute moment of you guys were also going viral. Like the paparazzi captured you opening the door, and then everyone was like, "Oh my God, Asmita and Ron are still together."
Even at that time, also I opened the door for everyone. This is just one of those things. Okay, I feel very awkward about it saying.
No, it's just a gentleman.
It's just one of those things. If someone's standing in front of you, you want to open a door, you just open a door, bro. Like I don't have really that much of a thought process behind it. Okay, but at the same, Asmita coincidentally had to be there that day because we were having. I could sense that feeling of okay, like she's not very like awkwardness. So the whole reason why even I went and spoke to her. I was the one who went and spoke to her. I was the one who even initiated conversation with her. I was the one. Every आधे घंटे में I am that kind of person who will talk to everyone in the party in a half an hour circle rotation because that's good enough. I'm not here to create an impact. I'm here to make sure I'm having fun. Everyone else is having fun. You're my friends, guys. That's all I need. I don't want to take anything from this. So I would go talk to her every once in a while. And there was this funny thing that was happening in the party also. So what was happening is most of these connections which came out of the show broke out again.
Almost everyone.
Everyone. So in the party, since all of them were meeting, there's Kunal, who is our director. So he was making a joke about this. Like, hey, come here guys, Tain, have you met Sadam? Sadam, have you met Tain? So he was doing this whole joke thing, okay? So he's like, hey, do you know Asmita? I'm like, no, I don't know Asmita. Come, let's go meet Asmita. So I went. So this is how I was having fun. We were all having fun in the party. Why you take it so seriously? I don't understand. One thing. Second, I have not asked you to do anything. I have not texted you. I have not questioned you. I have not called you. I have not even asked you to come home with me. I have not even asked to come home with you. You are doing your own thing. I am just coming cordially talking to you and going back.
But then you also felt that she was ignoring you or something of that sort.
I didn't think that much.
Okay.
Because I came for a social event. I came to make sure I was doing okay. I came there to make sure that my personality was seen. I came there to make sure it was about me. It wasn't about making sure Asmita was okay or not. That responsibility is gone.
No, but apart from that also, like when you said that, you reached out to her or maybe like, what's next? Are we figuring out? Did you feel a sense of ignorance towards you?
I felt a sense of ignorance that way from the moment we became a connection on the show itself. Because on one side, I had someone who was telling me that I want to have a genuine connection. I want to really put forward into this. And there's this same girl, by the way, on the second day saying, I will leave the show for this boy. And the same girl, after losing a task, is coming back to me and saying, I don't want to be with you because I want to find someone harder. So I'll go and find a connection with Diptanshu. So do you realize that this is one personality I'm dealing with? But these are two very opposite directions it has gone in. This has been my show. This has been my show in a whole. What you all don't see later on is because I have covered it up. I have taken care of this mess. After doing 40 days, she was still confused.
I'll tell you what, there was this also one thing that, you know, Ron is not a performer. Ron, maybe that was a bad phase going on where you were not winning enough challenges or whatever, however it goes. But तभी आपने एक बहुत अच्छी चीज़ बोली थी, ये मुझे perform करना होता मैं Roadies चला जाता. This is a something you said on this lines ना. I remember this is a love show, तो यहाँ पे तो मैं प्यार पे focus करने ढूंढने आया whatever.
You know what was very disappointing about it was that when I was on that show na, I came fully prepped for a dating reality show. I came fully prepped for that. Like when it came to like everything about noticing, taking care of, वो सब chemistry वाली चीजें जो होती है, compatibility वाली चीजें होती है, those kind of tasks I was doing bloody good at. I'm very good at all these things. When it came to climbing up trees and jumping up here and going there and that, I'm bad at it. Now what can I do? What can I do? When you all were jumping and running around, I was sitting with my IIT book, sitting and studying. So we've had different lifestyles, Baba. Now I cannot come here and pretend to be something that I'm not, right? What is happening, what is not happening is not happening. But the primary problem as to why I feel like we didn't do that well in the task was also because it was lack of coordination and chemistry in between two people.
Yeah.
Because if you notice, I performed a task with Sandy, I did exceptionally well. It wasn't an issue at all. How is that suddenly when I was a bad performer until then? And then Sandy's thing I did well. And then after that, वापस मैं bad performer हो जाता हूँ.
Sandy से बात याद आई. You know, you and Sandy are really good friends. But Asmita also said that, you know, the narrative was getting shifted somewhere. What was that all about?
I have no idea. I tried to explain to Asmita the same thing. I'm like, Soundharya is a friend. Soundharya is also someone from South. And in a show like that, when there are 40 people, no, and everyone, सब लोग हिंदी जब बात करते हैं ना, एक अगर बंदा या बंदी मिल गया जो साउथ से फैमिली जैसा लगता है, सॉफ्ट स्पॉट. ओके. सेकेंड चीज़, शायद हमारे बीच में ओपिनियंस शायद सेम नहीं होगी. शो के दौरान वो दिख भी जाता है. वी फाइट अ लॉट, वी हैव अ लॉट ऑफ क्लैशेस, वी हैव अ लॉट ऑफ इश्यूज. बट at the same time, bro, I respected her for the way she was. I respect the fact that when we had one task to do together, she gave it her all. And she was fully supportive in that. So, Abhi, this is what my experience is. Na? Now, if I say this out loud and all of a sudden, then suddenly people want to create a narrative about it. That doesn't mean my connection with Asmita was fake. It's just that I realized that there was also another connection that could have happened, which would have been much more beautiful.
Yeah, because that is what Asmita was talking about. Ki you said that Soundharya could choose kar sakta tha, so I would have chose Soundharya. But at the same time, in the dome, you also said that मैंने उसे reject किया, which is why Soundharya is pissed at you.
So there is a difference, na? Everybody has their own thoughts. The difference is people who act out on it and who don't act out.
But I'll tell you how it is coming off as. It is coming off as कि Ron की हर statement contradict हो रही है पिछले वाली से.
बट ये लोगों को ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि पूरे शो करने के बाद, ये सब एक्सपीरियंस देखने के बाद, अगर तुम मेरे को पूछोगे कि मैं जाके वापस अगर कनेक्शन चेंज करना पड़ेगा तो who I will choose, then I will choose Sandy. After seeing all of this, if you ask me to go back and start from the beginning without any memory of this, of course I'll choose Asmita again. Of course the same cycle is going to happen again. These things happened. They were never in my control. That is the whole idea of the show, right? If everything is in my control, then I'm the winner. It makes no sense. These are situations and simulations they put us through to make sure that we feel this sort of way. What happened. But if you are asking me about if I had a pleasurable experience with Soundharya, I did have a pleasurable experience with Soundharya and I wanted to voice that out. That doesn't mean that what I had with Asmita is fake. How does this credibility change when I mention this, yaar? That doesn't make sense. This I'm talking about one bloody task.
True.
As much as I love that one bloody task, it was just one bloody task. After that, she decided to go with Diptanshu for that, right? I stuck by. I tried to build what I had. I tried to build a world of this, but this was not going to build if the other person who was part of it was not ready to build it. And she was very clear about it.
Apart from that, like shifting a little bit from this topic, okay? Now let's talk about this one huge fight which you had with Gullu and Gauresh. In the very start of it, वो Kiona वाली जो पूरी बात हो गई थी, you know what I'm speaking about. There were a lot of things which were said against you. They locked you in the bathroom. I don't know what was happening. You were hiding. They called you a namard. What was that like? After that, how did you sort it out? What happened post it?
We didn't sort it out. But what basically happened is, so this was the initial reactions to what is happening in the show in the first place. Okay, so these guys, especially Gullu and all these people, they've come from Roadies. So they've come with this idea of building an alliance, meeting people, having a vote bank. These are all terms that I have not heard of. Okay, so these are new things to me at that moment of time. I'm slowly trying to figure out that this ye wo hota hai. In between all of these, of course, there are going to be clashes that have happened. So what happened? Two different alliances are trying to pick their own teams. So this guy came in, barged into the room when he's never come into that villa. So of course I will also retaliate. Of course he also retaliated. Then the fight broke out the way it was supposed to. Like, you know, the whole thing. I'm going to say something. Isne bola. Bathroom ki cheez ho gayi when Diptanshu came in. Diptanshu and Ayush came in from outside. They were outside the villa. They heard the screaming and everything happening. They came in. And Diptanshu pushed me and put me into the bathroom because I was the one who was adding a little more flame to the fire. Like
yeah, even you got bhadak gaye the. Matlab
after a while, initially I was just trying to voice my opinion. After that, it became more of like, how much can I get these guys more angry? Because even I was also starting to like it. We're all human beings at the end of the day, na. एक बार किसी को भड़क दिया तो ऐसे लगता है कि अभी देखते हैं कितना और इसको खींच सकता हूँ. So I was pushing it more. I was pushing it more. That's why you will see on camera I'm doing this and that. And I'm not particularly proud of it. It's not something I'm sitting here and saying with a lot of pride कि मैंने कर लिया चीज. But at that moment, how else will you react? That's what I'm saying. Is you're helpless. हो गया, गुस्सा हो गया, झगड़ा हो गया. पूरे शो में बहुत सारी झगड़ा हुआ ऐसे.
But do you?
This guy put me in the bathroom saying, तू बाथरूम के अंदर चुपचाप बैठ जा. कुछ मत बोल क्योंकि तू जो बोलता है वो ज्यादा उनको ऐसे उत्साह रहा है. सो डोंट बाहर ही मत आ. फिर मैंने बाथरूम बंद किया, ऐसे खड़ा था, बस लाइट ऑफ था. फिर मैंने सोचा अगर मैं नहीं निकलूंगा ना तो ऐसे लगेगा लोगों को कि मैं बाथरूम में
वही लगा
एंड बिलीव इट और नॉट एग्जैक्टली वही चीज लगा. बट इन दोस 5 minutes मैं आराम से ऐसे शांति से सब I took a breath. I opened the door again. I opened it and I started doing the same flying kiss and this and that and all that. But eventually the fight died out. Later on, things changed along the game, along the course of the game. Like Gauresh, I understood as a different person, and then Gullu also changed in my eyes as a perspective oriented. But initially, your boys will clash.
But tell me one thing, like, do you think that, you know, the makers or the edits, the way it is done, there's a lot of focus on the Roadies boys?
That's going to happen, no? How do I say it? See, Roadies also comes under MTV.
Yeah,
both
that I
under
get
the same
it.
thing. So even if you say now you're giving a little more preference to someone who's from Roadies, for example, Yogesh or Gullu, they're guaranteed good performers. Now, if I'm running a show from a business perspective, and if I know ki she is good at something, you are not good at something. She has worked on a project with me before. I will give her focus more, na? Of course, I'll give her focus because I know there's a guarantee she'll do well on the show. Agar worst case scenario she started doing bad, then I can shift the focus to you.
Right.
So us as new people who come into the show, our job is just one thing, to be strong enough to take over that thing, dominant enough to take over that attention on camera. Otherwise, if you leave us just to be the way it is, they will always focus their attention on people who have done. Both of them are very strong kids. They're very good at performing. I'm sure dome session में 4-5 बातें भी कर लेंगे. That's what they've done, ना?
बट यू नो ऐसा लगता है देख के कि रोडीज वालों को ना यहाँ पे थोड़ा ज्यादा अपर हैंड और एडवांटेज मिलता है व्हेन इट कम्स टू परफॉर्मिंग द टास्क, क्योंकि वो सब करके आ गए ऑलरेडी, है ना?
You will feel it's unfair, but life is unfair, guys. You can't do much about it. अभी उन लोगों ने वो मेहनत भी किया है ना, 40 दिन उन्होंने भी शूट किया होगा वहाँ पर कहीं ना कहीं. So when we were sitting at home and trying to figure out something, they were also busy putting in the effort and things. So they deserve it. They deserve to be good. They deserve to do. Our job is just to do as good as we can. And when I went on that show, I realized that these are my strengths and these are my weaknesses. I came out and did an analysis of it. It's very simple. It's very groundwork. It's very basic. These people are hyping it up and creating so many issues like it's some big thing that's happened. Nothing. It's a bunch of kids who are quarreling with each other, trying to make it something that is not. Okay? And nobody wants to accept that because they're all so busy trying to just talk. किसी को सुनना नहीं है.
But let me tell you, ये वाला जो सीजन है स्प्लिट्सविला का, उसको जो हाइप मिला है ना, आई एम टेलिंग यू, आई हैव बीन अ स्प्लिट्स पगलू बचपन से. मैंने पूरे 16 सीजन पूरे शिद्दत से फॉलो किए और जो हाइप ये सीजन को मिला है ना, आई हैव नॉट सीन दैट. ठीक है? But let me tell you, it is also because all the drama which we have been seeing on social media, and for the first time this season, personal opinion, I felt that why did people who are dating already outside, why did they come to the show? Like, उनकी क्या जरूरत थी? Now all of a sudden there's so much drama. Like Diptanshu तो came, पहले तो Diptanshu का crazy हो रहा था, like, you know, Diptanshu, oh my god, he's dating ये वो. But then he came openly, accepted it, उसने अपनी बंदी दिखाई, all that is fine. But now what do you know? Whatever is happening with Sorab and Niharika, and his Sorab's ex-girlfriend. I mean, that is wild.
I know.
And somewhere Achanak Ruru, till now nobody in my interview was confirming that Ruru is a wild card, and all of a sudden she's in it.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. Even Ruru getting on live with Appurva was also very surprising.
Yeah.
I don't know how that connection also happened. And again, like I said, all of these are desperate attempts to get attention for things that don't really matter that much.
But do you know any one of them from before, like from your modeling days?
I know, I've heard of Sorab because we had mutual friends, okay? But I've never met Sorab before. But I've always heard a good thing about Sorab. Like, Sorab's always been one of those respected models among all of us. Cute fellow, बहुत ज़्यादा बातें करता है. He makes everyone feel happy. Everyone's comfortable around him. He's a great model. But apart from that, I also knew of his and Appurva's relationship from the last 9 years.
Yeah, no doubt. He's been very open about it.
That was very open from the beginning. And because even Appurva was also apparently a model.
Yes, she is.
Yeah. So I've heard about all of these. I've seen that. The moment I saw Sorab also in the villa, I asked him, I'm like, kya ho gaya? I thought you were dating. How are you on Splitsvilla? And then he said, I broke up, bro. Ye sab cheeze ho gaya.
Yeah, he said that. Even Rishali, the ex-contestant of Splitsvilla, the former contestant, she said that, they broke up and all that stuff. But all of a sudden, all this came up, and now it is coming off like Sorab is even facing or was facing domestic violence. He has those scratches on the neck.
That I don't know.
I mean, the real Splitsvilla is happening here. I mean, it's a very bad thing, and I do not support it.
That is little concerning. Everything was okay until the domestic violence part. That's where I also got a little concerned. Like, I was like, I'm worried now. What is happening and all this? But again, not my space to talk about any of these things.
Right.
Abhi, it's gone to a point of FIR and litigation and this and that. So, I'm not going to make any comments. But I hope everyone's okay. Yeah. I hope you all get out of it safe and sound. Tum logo ka jo bhi ho, I hope you figure it out. I hope you can have a conversation about it. And if it goes to court also, I hope everything works out in everyone's favor that way. I hope everyone is. But
okay, lastly, tell me this one thing. Tejasvi was also on the show. She came there. We have Sunny Karan already as the host. Then Teja also came with Karan. What was their chemistry like, bond like?
I have no idea. They're so cute. They're so cute. And especially, like, they on the show, they were complimenting me for being chivalrous and all of that stuff, okay? The one concern I had was, I'm like, you guys are not taking inspiration from the hosts in front of you. Believe it or not, there was one scenario what happened.
Their love also started on a reality show.
Yeah, apparently they did. I didn't know much about this either. He told us openly, Karan sir told us openly, he's like, you know what? We started on a reality show. And we had our own sets of ups and downs. And I think it was Tejasswi who also told us this. He said that what you experience on a reality show, you'll never experience in real life. Because there is so much stress, there's so much pressure. And that actually defines and tests what a relationship is. And till today's date, I actually kept that in handy, When I came out of the villa also, I had the same feeling. I'm like, since this is what she said, so thoda to value hona chahiye na isme. But wo value tha nahi. That's a different conversation altogether. But these two, man, the way Karan sir takes care of her, you have no idea. It's always, his eyes are always on her. If she's there on set, she's priority. She's everything. If she's cold, he's there. If she's hot, he's there. If she doesn't like something, he's there. If she likes something also, he's there. Everything.
He literally babies her, and that's the cutest thing that every girl wants.
That is what we were supposed to highlight on this show. Yeah. Unfortunately, the problem is we couldn't do that. Like, I tried as much as possible, also it couldn't happen. But I'll tell you, the real inspiration is both of them. They are such a wonderful couple. Touch wood. Nazar na lage, itna zyada baat bhi nahi karna chahiye. But I think it's a great inspiration for me also in a way, because when I see how Karan sir treats his woman, it makes me understand that tomorrow even I also want to treat my woman that way. Not tomorrow, right now I want to treat my woman that way.
Lastly, I just want to get your take on whatever has been happening with Yogesh-Ruru and Akanksha. What do you feel in that love triangle? Like, now Akanksha 2.0 is out, like Ruru came in all of a sudden.
Okay. I'll complete this whole thing in 3 lines, okay?
Yeah.
Yogesh lived with Ruru before coming onto the show.
Yeah.
They had a relationship before. It was obvious that Yogesh would run back to Ruru. Okay, their relationship is very cute, by the way. Yogesh becomes a little child in front of Ruru. I feel bad for Akanksha because she got played. In this situation, both the girls are not wrong. I feel like Yogesh could have handled it better. But then again, give him a little bit of leeway. He's a 22-year-old boy trying to figure out life. Okay.
Yeah.
All of you can sit on the internet and say shit about each other. I am not saying don't say it. Take accountability. Take his case. I'm not saying don't take his case. But at the same time, understand that it's new to him as well. All of this is new to him as well. We are all trying to figure out what is happening. But I felt sorry for Akanksha. I liked how Akanksha bounced back, which you have seen. Ruru and his relationship is very cute. I hope that goes. I don't know how it is right now. I don't know if they're broken up or what nonsense is happening right now. But in the show, when I saw it, I found very cute.
Cute.
Uncomfortable situation overall, lekin. Tino logo ki.
No doubt.
हाँ.
Okay, so lastly, Ron, I am doing a quick rapid fire with you. I'm going to give you names and I'm going to ask you a few questions जिसका आप yes, no और फिर जो मैं पूछूंगी उस पर जवाब दोगे. और names का आप one word में describe करोगे कि वो इंसान कैसा है.
Okay.
And if you have something more juicy that you tell.
Okay.
ठीक है?
Just juicy answers only.
Yeah, only juicy answers. Like because we have a watermelon, we need juicy answers.
All right.
Okay. So क्या लोग TRP के लिए लड़ते हैं?
Yes.
कौन लड़ा है? The most. One boy and one girl.
TRP के लिए. Himanshu and Diksha as a couple. They used to get into everyone's fights. The only reason I'm saying this is
I saw it in yesterday.
They used to get into everyone's fights. उनका खुद का झगड़ा अलग चलता था, लेकिन हिमांशु की एक टेंडेंसी थी कि हर किसी के झगड़ा में घुसना है. And at that point even I used to feel like तू बस कैमरा के लिए कर रहा है. Now it's just footage for you. You're speaking only because you know you'll get footage. Nothing else. There's no other reason for you to speak. You can shut up and sit, but you choose to speak only for footage. So yeah.
Who is the most fakest couple?
Fakest couple? Show pe?
Yeah, show pe. Bahar to, I mean, the truth is already out. Like, there's no hiding now. But show pe, who do you think faked the most? जो हमको लगा कि बहुत genuine.
I felt the Pyar Villa couples initially were very fake. Like this Yogesh-Akanksha also. I felt they were fake because I felt like they were still too new to, feel those kind of emotions that they were feeling. Like, somewhere along the way, I still felt like it was बहुत ज़्यादा. Like,
but सबसे ज़्यादा.
मैं बताऊँगा. एक side पे एक रिलेशनशिप था मेरा जहां पर मैं सब दे रहा था, लेकिन मेरी लड़की फिर भी डाउटफुल थी हर चीज के बारे में. इट्स अ नॉर्मल रिएक्शन, इट्स अ ह्यूमन रिएक्शन ना. बट देन देयर वाज अनदर साइड वेयर द गर्ल्स वर विलिंग टू डू एनीथिंग फॉर देयर गाइस. यू अंडरस्टैंड? एंड इट्स जस्ट 15-20 days. कॉइन्स मिल गया, सब दे दो बॉयफ्रेंड को. क्यों? बॉयफ्रेंड डिजर्व्स एवरीथिंग. ये मिल गया, सब दे दो बॉयफ्रेंड. बॉयफ्रेंड इज प्रायोरिटी. सो in one side, that's where I used to feel like a little bit fake. I'm like, यार इतना भी मत करो कि तुम लोग लगो कि ऐसे हो everything is nice about it. I'm sure you all also have your own thoughts about this, but there one couple
you have to give me specific.
Yogesh-Akanksha in the initial stages, I didn't feel that much closer.
Okay. Who do you like the most? One guy and one girl who you felt was genuine throughout the show. Doesn't have to be a connection or anyone in random you connected the most with as a friend.
Me. I like myself on the show a lot.
Oh.
What a
Ron,
genuine, sweet
course. Of course.
Ron, most liked. Okay. One guy I liked on the show a lot, who I connected with, was Mohit. Believe it or not. In initial stages, me and Mohit connected so much. उसके बाद में हमें पता चल गया था कि गेम के वजह से बहुत सारी चीजें लफड़ा होगी, तो बाहर जाने के बाद सब फिगर आउट कर लें. That was the goal. And in terms of girls, I liked all the girls. I didn't have any problem. The thing is, if you notice with me, I didn't have any problems with any of the women on the show. मेरे को कभी problem था भी नहीं, and I never wanted to keep any problems either. Like, how do you argue with a woman, dude? She's got her. What can you say?
True that.
Like, really, what can you say? I can still fight with a boy. I can still say 2-3 things to him. The woman's in front of you. She's saying something. Listen. Take into consideration. Have a discussion. So I've had discussions with people. So I liked all the girls on Splits, but at the same time, I didn't like all the girls on Splits also because they were khatarnak when they had to be, and that was a little too much for me to handle.
Okay.
Yeah.
One guy you really do not like.
Really do not like.
Like you would never want to meet this person andar bahar kidhar bhi.
Nee yaar, there was nobody on the show like that. Yeah. I don't keep that much hate for anyone.
Okay. If not Soundharya or Asmita, then who?
So, first interaction I had with in the villa was actually Khushi. If I had to pick you're saying like if I got another chance to do this, right?
Yeah. Say you don't choose. You have not yet chosen.
And now I know how reality shows work as well.
I mean, that's your call. After knowing everyone, as an insan.
As an insan.
Like who would you choose? If not, there's not Soundharya. Who would you like to connect with? Not Soundharya.
There was this Zalak. Zalak was very sweet. Zalak and me had a very beautiful bond.
What about Simran? She had eyes on you.
Simran also and me had a very good bond. I had a good bond with everyone, Baba. The thing is, all of the other people, I always had a genuine good bond with. Like, I had good, meaningful conversations with them. I never saw them in that way. You know what I mean? Once you have one woman in front of your eyes, you don't see anyone else as anything else. That is why today when people come and tell me that, oh, he was being a flirt and stuff, we all think I'm a flirt. In my mind, I had one girl with me. I wanted to make sure that one girl felt like everything in the show. That was my priority. Maybe I failed at it. Maybe I didn't do a good job. But you know what? ईमानदारी से किया है वो. As much as possible. Like, to my fullest extent, as a 24-year-old, जितना मैं कर सकता था, I was there. I was up and running. I was making sure everything was fine with my connection. Nothing else mattered to me there. Nothing else. Like if she was sad, I was there for her. If she was happy, I was there for her. If we were fighting, I was there for her. Anything. My whole day would revolve around how her mood was. That was the kind of guy I was. So I know I probably didn't get highlighted that much on the show, but I'm just like, I think
just like that.
मेरी जिम्मेदारी होती है कि मैं इतना बोल सकूं कि मैंने शो पे बस इतना किया. शायद बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं किया होगा, लेकिन एक डेटिंग रियलिटी शो के पर्सपेक्टिव के हिसाब से मैंने इतना किया. मैंने दिखा दिया कि इतना मैं कर सकता हूँ. एंड आई वांटेड पीपल टू नो दैट दिस इज ऑल्सो अ गुड थिंग. एज अ मैन यू शुड हैव दिस. इमोशनल एम्पैथी एक चीज़ होनी चाहिए. एंड आई थिंक इवन you probably agree with this. Do you think men have to have emotional empathy?
They do.
Yeah?
They have to be emotionally intelligent. There has to be an understanding. There has to be empathy.
Exactly. So that's what I want to show. But उसके बदले में मेरे को नामर्द बुलाया, उसके बदले में मेरे साथ झगड़ा भी किया, उसके बदले में my own connection also went against me. See, just because things are going against me doesn't make me a bad person.
Yeah.
My morals and values and ethics are instilled in me from generations of knowledge. What my mother put in my head is what my grandmother put in her head. Do you understand?
True.
This is never going to be wrong. And I know I'm not wrong. Even when I'm sitting here, I know I'm not wrong. There has not been an instance in the whole villa or anything I've done until now where I feel like I've been wrong. Just because I don't say something doesn't mean that I don't have anything to say.
Yeah.
I choose not to say it because I don't want to waste my energy into this. That's the best way I can say this. I have my own career, I have my own goals. Apart from that, you do you. And I don't want to be a part of it. Because for me, I choose peace. I will always choose peace. And if you're ever willing to come back and reconnect and try to make things better, I'm always open for it. But you will never get a priority from my side.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Lastly, I'm going to give you words. And quickly, this is a rapid fire.
Okay.
You do not have time to think.
मैं बहुत ज़्यादा बात करता हूँ.
Okay.
Rapid fire.
नहीं, I'm also yapper, तो मैं समझ सकती हूँ. Okay, Sadaf.
Crybaby. She used to cry so much. She turned pink, you know, when she cried. Cute. Very cute to look at.
Chakshdeep.
Genuine guy. Very decent.
Akanksha.
Pretty. Very pretty. The first time I saw her, I was like, wow. She's tall and she's very beautiful.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yogesh.
Strong.
Anjali.
Cool. Full hippie.
Sorab.
हरियाणवी मुंडा है. You can't go wrong with Sorab. But दिल का साफ. बहुत साफ.
Soundharya.
रापचिक लड़की.
अरे.
don't know when कब फटेगी क्या होगा कुछ नहीं पता उसका.
Ten.
शातिर. फिरंगी है तो और भी शातिर है. He can run circles around our Indians. I feel like that. That's how it is.
Anisha.
Oh, she's got the right spirit, but she's still a little confused. I feel she's got the right spirit. She's a nice person, but a little bit इधर उधर हो जाती है निशा.
Ruru.
Cool girl. Nice tattoos. Yeah, I like the tattoo.
Ayush.
बच्चा है. Could have done much more on the show, but I feel like with experience he will do a lot more. But apart from that, very sweet boy. He's there to have fun and everything.
Diksha.
Show पे I didn't like Diksha at all.
Okay, apart from that.
Outside the show, very nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Harshit.
Athletic. Very athletic. Very athletic. You will tell him to, if you leave him here, he will do 5 stunts here.
Yeah, that I know. Flip.
Yeah. But apart from that, in terms of like game and strategy and building connections, not that much.
Okay. Simran.
मजेदार लड़की है. बॉम्बे की लड़की है. Like you will realize.
Yeah. I met her, so I know. Yeah, full on. Yeah.
Full cool. Like Simran has a feminine side, and when her masculine side comes out, she will take everyone's place. Simran is like that.
Suzanne.
Oh, Suzanne. What can I say about Suzanne? Suzanne had had a very up and down relationship. Like right now also. Sweet. That's all. Yeah.
Himanshu.
Very knowledgeable, but has to learn when to shut his mouth.
Okay.
That's it. Learn when to speak. But otherwise, very smart boy. I think he's very smart.
Okay. Kiona. Now we're coming to the पैसा की हो ना.
Sweet थी लेकिन थोड़ी सी unstable थी. मेरे को ऐसा लगता है.
Preet.
Strong, very upfront about things, but never could connect with her that much.
Kyra.
Very emotional, a proper lady, if I might say. She considers everyone. If you go talk to her, even if you're against her in the alliance, if you go talk to her, she'll consider you.
Asmita.
Very strong, had a lot of potential to blow up in the show to a point where she could kill it. But I feel like her own mind is her own enemy. You know? And I told this to her. But it's with age people realize this. Her own mind is her own enemy.
Niharika.
Strong, cunning.
Shatir.
Very shatir. If they're one of she was the one who took me by surprise. She was a very close friend to me on the show, but then off show she's not that nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anushka.
Hey, दो personality.
Okay.
Anushka का बहुत मजेदार लगता है. I told this to Anushka also. She has two personalities.
But you like her?
Huh?
But you like her?
I didn't like her on the show, of course, because I found her very irritating. But now when I see it from outside, I find it very funny.
Okay.
Anushka is full hot, मैं विला की queen हूँ on camera. But if you sit with her and talk to her, she's very sensitive.
हाँ. Okay. Vishu.
तुम्हारा भाई Vishu, sweet boy. Believe it or not, very sweet boy, but also has a very cunning gameplay.
Ron. Yourself. Give a word for yourself.
Okay. I struggle to say very nice things about myself, which is very funny being a reality show star or whatever I am.
Say, but give yourself one word.
Tried my best.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say. And people might not like this. I should probably say star. Reality show king. No. But if I'm being honest, I tried my best.
Okay.
I dibbled and dabbled in things that I didn't know much about. I'm happy I did. I might have not had the greatest experience from it, but I had to learn a lot from it. So today I'm in a much better space in life because of the show. And that I will say openly and proudly. That's it.
Gullu.
Oh, Shatir. Very smart and very good performer as well.
Diptanshu.
One more. Oh, he's like a fox. You can't trust anything that comes out of his mouth.
I know,
You
kya
can't
aag
trust
laga hai.
anything that comes out of his mouth.
Gauresh.
Very sweet boy. This is going to be surprising, but very, very sweet boy.
I met him. He comes off as
Very sweet. He's misunderstood. Even I misunderstood him. That was my mistake. Initial days, even I misunderstood him because I took his behavior and his characteristics into judgment, and that was my flaw. Believe it or not. But later on, as the show progressed and I got to know him, solid banda.
Lastly, Mohit.
Also a very solid guy. Very good morals and ethics. The only thing I felt bad about Mohit was that after having so much, I felt like he should have still had a little more dum. And I don't know if that is my personal opinion or not. It is my personal opinion, but apart from that, Mohit, otherwise, very welcoming, very kind, very loving. You'll sit with him and you'll talk to him, you'll feel like it's the same vibe.
Yeah, I met him. He is the sweetheart. और बताओ अभी मुझे स्प्लिट्सविला कौन जीत रहा है इसके साथ आप इंटरव्यू क्लोज करेंगे.
स्प्लिट्सविला मैं जीत रहा हूँ. अगले स्प्लिट्सविला सीजन 16 का विनर रॉन कारियप्पा है. तो क्या बोलना है मुझे?
बस जुड़े रहो फिर.
बस जुड़े रहो, सपोर्ट करते रहो. सबको फॉलो करो, सबको लाइक करो, सबको सब्सक्राइब करो. और कुछ बोलना है? नहीं,
वो अभी बाद में आगे बोलेंगे. But that's all, Ron. Thank you so much. You are a total vibe. I enjoyed talking to you, and thank you for giving me all the spicy tea.
Thank you so much. Hi guys, this is Ron Kariappa, and you're watching me on Bollywood Bubble.